Okay, so this is a bit of a late stream, 7 minutes late to be exact. But yeah, stuff happened, but whatever. We are streaming. Hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream. The last one of today. We are doing the Intel presentation. Oh boy, I am so sorry I'm late with this one. But like I said, stuff came up. And by stuff I mean being locked out of my own house. But yeah, we are here. Hopefully everything works. I definitely need to boost this volume.
And Total War: Three Kingdoms at 47%.
Hopefully all the volumes are fine. Let me know if they are.
Across the board, we beat the competition on those top games available today.
No, thanks, Chuck. I love seeing the breadth of performance leadership here, and we expect to maintain that leadership through 2022.
Everything's working, hopefully.
Now, the 12th generation Core H series isn't just good at one thing, though. We designed the processor family to conquer multiple high-intensity workloads at the same time, meaning that people can game, create, record without compromise. And no one knows this better than Toki, a content creator and Twitch streamer who's been putting our Core H series processor through the paces.
If you have any idea who that is,
we're not just joined by Toki here on stage with me today. We're also joined by all of her fans around the world because she's right in the middle of a match. So thank you very much for being here with me today.
Yes, JB, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so I know you've been putting the processor through the paces, so tell us about your experience so far.
Absolutely. So I understand that I'm one of the few who has had the opportunity to test out the new 12th gen device, and I have to say, seriously, wow, like I genuinely didn't know
I'm gonna assume,
what I was missing.
This is
now.
12th gen mobile.
No secret
That's gonna be
that
really cool.
I love gaming.
Yeah. Like,
but
efficiency cores on mobile are gonna be huge.
My real love, my real passion is streaming itself and connecting with my community. And by the way, look at how many of them are here.
I can see you're blowing up over here on the screen. That's great.
I've been doing this for some time. I've been streaming professionally for about 3 years now. And to be honest with you, in the past, there was always some element to my stream that was compromised. Whether that was some frame rate
I'm still like finishing stuff,
just
setting up the stream while she's talking.
General, which no one likes. And I have to say
that's
that
how
with
behind
the new 12th gen
I am on this particular
all of those
one.
Issues and worries are a concern of the past. I'm so excited for it.
No, I love it. I love gaming, streaming, all without compromise. It's a huge theme for us. So thank you, and thanks to all your fans around the world for joining us here live at CES.
Yes, air high fives.
High five virtually in the air. Okay, great.
Was that the whole segment?
Well, hey, we've shown that the 12th generation
They literally just had her come on to say how great
are great for gamers and streamers.
Intel is, and that's
also show the experiences they unlock for creators. Whether you're a
That's
hobbyist,
boring.
a studio animator, or doing other creation kind of tasks, we built the 12th generation core for you. And with our performance and efficient cores, you can execute performance-heavy tasks like encoding or rendering while working on background tasks like file transfers, web browsing, and more, all at the same time without compromise. But to truly appreciate it, you've got to see this in action. So, in our ongoing work with our creator community, we know that the virtual production in real-time 3D engines is one of the hottest trends in this growing industry. It reduces the lag time between creation and finalization without sacrificing quality.
And Intel GPU
and I'm thrilled to share that we have Rich Hurry, an expert in the field of animation and visual effects, and the co-founder and president of KiteString to show you this process in real time. So welcome, Rich. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, GB, and I'm super honored to be here today. It's funny, seeing all this innovation, it really is, for me personally, a driving force for my creative journey as a character technical artist. And really, to that
hopefully
fact,
everything looks fine. Live stream looks fine.
Is the inspiration for my team to create Ozone in the first place, which is our technology for creating
Shadow, if you're watching this, and you probably are, can you just like video ping
Ozone Rig
on the
Studio
Discord server,
allows
please?
for
Because I didn't have time to do that.
animate anywhere approach to production, allowing artists to work in Maya, Modo, Unreal, Unity, and really any application over time. So anyway,
no, that's great. I know you brought us some things to show us in action. So
I do. So this scene I was working on last week on the road, and honestly, I got to say, this laptop with these new processors, I'm getting workstation level performance on the go.
Oh, that's great.
It's awesome.
Great.
So anyway, let's take a look at this
So
scene here. I'm going to show
just
the
only
process of
doing
taking animation from one environment to another
mobile right now.
really quickly. So let's do this. I'm going to hit play on this,
Interesting
and it's
place to
pretty
start.
easy. So what we do is we'll just export an Ozone clip here. Out
Imagine
of
that
Maya,
they'll probably
and
go
then
for
we'll
like
take that
budget
and then we'll
12
bring
gen
it into
offerings
Unreal.
first
We'll
instead
let
of
it play.
laptop, but
We'll see that we've
okay.
got the same animation here running in the real-time environment.
So what on earth is
Now,
that
if
creature?
I wanted to make a change now, in the past, I'd have to go
That
back
thing
into
is
my animation
creepy.
environment, and I'd have to make a change. I'd have to re-export and bring it in. It would really take me totally out of my flow.
But
with
whatever
Ozone
it
Rig
is, it
Studio,
makes me
I can come in
comfortable.
here and I can make changes live. So we're gonna select the mushroom puppy here. Take that
Mushroom
guy.
puppy, apparently
We
it's
call
called.
it
Like mushroom
cute.
puppy.
creepy cute,
Cute
and I
name.
type in cute instead of jaw, so we'll do that. But you can see that now I can literally
Wow.
change this on the fly in context. I don't have to kind of jump.
I mean,
out
one of the
my
cool
flow.
things about
If I go here, we'll do it to our
their
character,
presentation is
Zoe,
that it's like
and I
live.
can do the same thing
It's
with
like
her. So I'm gonna go ahead.
not
and set up her
pre-recorded.
jaw. We're gonna look at her brow controls.
that makes the whole thing
and
a
I'm gonna
bit
add a little bit
more
of concern.
believable,
So I can
like
do
it's
this,
gonna
I can
say.
just bring up her brows.
Feels
a
less
little more.
corporate and
Oh,
more
yeah.
like
Right?
these
And
are
it
like
really-
proper
it really
actual
shows
demos because they are.
some concern, but
It's
again,
all
I
happening
didn't
in
have
real
to come
time,
out of
which
my
is cool.
flow. I get to work in context, and on this laptop, I can work in real time.
No, I love it. I love that we're able to keep you in the flow with that performance, and you don't have to jump out and then come back. And
It is
seems like a real game changer.
It is a fantastic way to work. And Ozone Rig Studio is designed to enable feature film quality characters, whether you're in games, virtual production, or in a traditional animation pipeline. It really allows artists to work in context, in real time, and honestly, just like your new family of processors, all without compromise.
That's fantastic. Well, hey, Rich, thank you very much
you,
for showing
man.
us live. It's
Well,
fantastic.
so I'm not to
It's
say
very,
much.
very
I'm
exciting.
still like busy finishing up stuff
So,
over the
from
stream.
gaming to creating, our 12th generation Core H-series processors deliver superior
Because, yeah,
laptop performance.
I am so
And
late
as
on this
part of
one.
one
I'm
of
so
the most
sorry.
open and
But thankfully they're
robust
starting over the
ecosystems
boring
in the
stuff, so
industry.
that's good for me.
We're proud to be working with our partners to deliver choice in design and experience. Now today, I'm pleased to introduce more than 20 new designs powered by the H-series
Okay,
processors.
H-series, let's go.
From partners including Dell, Gigabyte,
There's gonna be some
HP,
really,
Lenovo, MSI,
really good competition
Razer,
between this and
Republic
the
of Gamers, and more.
Zen 3 Plus CPUs that AMD shown earlier today. This is hype, I like this. I way prefer this style than to what like AMD and Nvidia did, because this is just cool. It's
Oh, I love it.
There's
And
so
this
much
is
hype
just
to it.
the beginning.
Also, please
In total,
let me
we'll
know if
deliver
all the
more than
audio levels are
100
fine.
new designs this year. And Chuck, I believe you've got one of Acer's newest designs with you here today.
That's right, GB. This is the new Predator Triton 500 SE. This device features the perfect mix of technology and an incredibly sleek design to fuel your gaming from anywhere. This includes the 12th Gen core, up to 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, high-speed PCI Gen 4 storage, and Intel Wi-Fi 6E is built into every 12th Gen platform, so you can have
That's some
confidence
pretty cool
in an
stuff on a laptop.
uncompromised on-the-go experience.
We're not only bringing this architecture and performance to the enthusiast and gaming space, we're also bringing it to thinner and lighter laptops. And with that, I'm very excited to announce we're in production and shipping a new product line called the 12th Gen Intel Core P-Series. This family includes
P-Series.
6 brand new processors delivering up to
Yet
twice the
another
performance
letter to confuse people
above
with.
our 11th Gen U-Series systems in market today. So Chuck, let's show everyone what they can expect from the P-Series.
Happy to, GB. The new P-Series devices are tailor-made for performance needed in a variety of thin and light laptops and cutting-edge designs like these from Acer, Dell, HP, and this system here from Lenovo. So the new ways we are working, collaborating, and creating can be done anywhere without missing a beat.
Wow, thanks, Chuck. Those are some great moves there. And as you've heard today, our
That's one of
Intel
the other things
execution
about
is
having a
back,
live
and we're
presentation.
moving at more
Sometimes things get a
accelerated
bit
pace than ever.
awkward,
In
like
total, we're delivering
that part right there.
28 new 12th generation
But
Intel
whatever,
Core
just
mobile
more human that way, I
processors
guess.
across our HP and traditional U-Series product lines. That will
And that's one
result
thing
in
like
more than
Intel struggled with,
350
seeming
more
human
mobile
and not
designs
like
this
this
year. And with our
massive
next
corporate
generation
entity that
processors,
feeds on
codenamed
money and your
Raptor
soul.
Lake, on track, already booting Windows, you can expect even more advancements from us in performance and choice coming later in 2022.
Cool.
Now, the innovation we're driving with our CPUs is just part of the story. As you know, we've been on a mission to deliver the best PC experience with our Intel Evo platform. Since its launch, we've delivered more than 100 Evo verified designs from our leading OEM partners. We co-engineer and test each design against real-world conditions to ensure these are the best experiences on the planet. To date, we've gone through 2 generations, and today I'm pleased to announce the 3rd generation of our Intel Evo spec. In the spec, we're adding new technologies to the platform, including Intel
Intel
Wi-Fi
Arc.
6E,
That's interesting.
background dynamic noise reduction using the AI engine built right into the platform.
Noise
And for people
suppression,
looking for
AI
additional
noise suppression,
performance,
that
we're
is going to
extending
be
the spec to include
huge for work
select
from home
12th
stuff.
Gen
It's
H
kind of
series
like all the
designs,
rage now, for
and an
obvious
option that
reasons.
includes our new Intel Arc discrete graphics that you're going to hear
And even
more
just for
about
creators,
later.
that's going to be really
Now,
cool.
Chuck, over to you to show how Dell leveraged all of this new technology into one of their upcoming Evo designs.
So GB, with these new technologies added to the platform, we're able to engineer incredibly powerful devices like this brand new Dell Precision Mobile Workstation. This is a gorgeous ground-up redesign that features our H-series 45-watt processor, an Arc discrete graphics, alongside a powerful platform that supports consistent responsiveness, all-day battery life, and more. And really,
Cool stuff.
to have a 45-watt processor, a discrete card, and something that looks like a U chassis is incredible.
Yeah, I love it. I love that design. It's absolutely stunning. And we're adding more choice so people can pick the right experience that meets their needs, all backed by the Intel Evo promise of delivering the best experiences on the planet.
Cool. Now
And
get
you can
into Arc,
expect us
please.
to continue advancing and evolving the spec. Now, one of the things that jumped out at us was this need for a better, more unified
I hope you didn't hear
cross-device
that
experience.
Windows alert.
According
I think
to
you
a
did.
recent
Sorry.
study, 70% of people access the internet across
Shadow says he
multiple
looks like
devices,
he's at gunpoint.
and
Which
90%
one?
of those people use multiple
Because they both look
screens
kind
to
of awkward,
accomplish
but in
a
their own
single task.
way.
At Intel, we want to
Like the
unify
guy who
that
holds the
experience and
laptops,
make it
he looks
easier.
like he's in like a
And with that,
cheesy
I'm pleased to
American.
announce that we've acquired Screenovate, a pioneer
You know what,
and leader
on
in
like
delivering
TV where you see
technology
the like
for
super
advanced
awkward
interaction
ads
between multiple
on like
devices based
shopping
on
channels. They're
different
called. I
operating
forgot the
environments.
word for a second.
Now,
Yeah.
by integrating and
The
building
other guy
on
looks like he's on the
Screenovate's
shopping
technology,
channel.
we intend to enable
this
new
guy is
interactions
just
with full flexibility
himself.
across ecosystems, operating systems, and form factors. And most importantly, it'll be built on top of that Intel Evo promise I just talked about. So Chuck's going to give us a glimpse of what this experience will look like.
Hey GB, this new Intel technology.
Yeah,
breaks
he
through the
doesn't. He
communication barriers,
he looks
no matter
and
what
sounds
your
like he
devices
belongs on
are,
a shopping
no matter
channel.
what OS you're running. So let me give you some examples. The first thing we have is we have my iPhone here, but you can see my iMessages and SMS texts are showing up on my Evo laptop. Not only can I see them, I can easily reply.
I feel this guy should be like
Now,
promoting
there's also
Flex Stick
devices
to me or something.
that are attached to our phone, such as our watches. So let's go ahead, make sure we got everything in here. We'll go to our health, and you can see I got my heart rate and my oxygen rate right there. I can also take a look at my recently captured ECG captures.
Or
So
you can
again,
just
all
do
my
that
health data
on your
right here on my
phone
Evo laptop.
already.
Now,
It's probably
many
easier,
people also love
more convenient.
second displays when they travel. So let me show you how I can take my Android
Because you always have your
tablet
phone
and
with
turn
you,
it into a
pretty
second
much.
display. We're going to click on our tablet. We're going to hit extend screen.
Doesn't this look so much better when it's
And you
all
can see how my workflow is already moving across both
live?
screens.
It's
Now,
granted,
let's take a look
they
at
have
the
a chance that
devices
these nodes may
that
fail,
everybody has in their
but
house, like
the whole thing just
a
feels
smart
so much
TV.
more natural
So
and
I'm going to go here and take
real.
a picture real quick. Go to my TV. Let's go take a camera. Oh, gee, there you are, GB.
Photobomb you a little bit there. Sorry, Chuck.
And let's go ahead and project that up to our TV. And you can see it's going to end up right on my TV so I can share it with everybody. See,
Beautiful
it caught me by
image.
surprise, GB.
Beautiful.
Now, again, here's all our devices. We've got Chromebooks, Android phones, Android watches, smart TVs, Android tablets, iPhones and iWatches, all seamlessly connecting to our Evo platform.
Wow, I love it, Chuck. Thank you so much. This is really going to be a game-changing experience. And I love to see the PC remains the center of it all, enabling all those devices to work seamlessly together.
Yeah, that's cool and all.
And
Now
I'm
get on
excited
to
to
Arc.
announce that this experience will be available in an exclusive number of Intel Evo platforms for holiday 2022. Now, the PC really is one of the most innovative and open platforms ever invented. And we're committed to advancing the experience to ensure it remains the human touch point in a world of ubiquitous computing. To do that, we'll deliver new technologies to the platform, just like I
Arc?
showed, and beyond. And with that, I'm thrilled to welcome Lisa Pierce to share the advancements we're making in our discrete graphics business.
There we go. Finally.
Thanks, GB. To build on the
Arc
momentum we
time.
just shared, I'm excited to announce that we are now shipping our Intel Arc Discrete GPUs
Let's go.
for 12th Gen Core 8 Series mobile designs to our leading OEM customers.
Wait, what?
With our long-standing partnerships with key
my word.
OEMs, we've enabled rapid integration of Intel Arc
Like, can I just,
into their
like,
next-generation platforms. In fact,
This
some
is
of the
not how you
designs
start
are with
off
us
an Arc
today.
segment. You start off the Arc
This is
segment
Alienware's X17
by showing
that will
the
enable a
desktop
premium
cards,
laptop
not
gaming
by
experience
showing
powered by 12th Gen
the
8 Series,
Discrete
Intel Arc,
mobile
and Alienware's
variants.
Cryotech cooling. It's also Alienware's thinnest 17-inch gaming laptop to date. Another example is Lenovo's
The
ultra-portable
hype just...
Yoga.
The hype
This
level
enables
just dropped from here to
high-performance
here.
mobile content creation and enhanced gaming in a multi-form factor device.
Cool.
Together
Desktop
with our
now?
partners, we will launch more than 50 mobile and desktop designs, all using Arc. In fact, many of the 8 series systems we showed already have Arc integrated. One of the advantages we can offer our customers and gamers is the enhanced experiences that come with combining Intel
I guess
Arc
also
GPUs
performance could be
and Intel
useful.
Core
They haven't really
platforms.
shown any performance so
Which
far.
brings me to Deep Link, a collection of technologies where our CPU and GPU architects have collaborated at the platform level to deliver better experiences with Intel Arc graphics and Intel Core platforms. Our first technology in the Deep Link portfolio is called Dynamic Power Share, where the processor and graphics communicate to have an optimal set of performance levels depending on the workload.
They're doing this
When
entire
graphics
section
needs more
backwards.
Power, it can shift the power from
They
the
should
processor
just start
and
with this
vice versa.
Flashy trailer
We'll
or
also
something for
introduce
Arc,
new gaming features that
showing
enable
off the
more user
Alchemist
choice
card.
between performance and battery life.
Then they would
and
do something like
performance while
this.
streaming.
Then they
But
would
today
do
I want to focus
laptops.
on our next Deep Link technology, Hyper Encode.
This is
With the
literally
rise of social
entirely
media,
backwards.
video editing has become a major workload for PCs. And it's very demanding on GPUs, which are
Yeah, or
responsible
something
for
for
both
video editors
encoding
like myself.
and encoding of media. Depending on your content, the video export process, where modified videos get encoded for external sharing, can be very time-consuming. This diagram is showing the encode process today with Hyper Encode. Each sequence of frames is processed in order, one block
I mean,
after
if it's going to speed
on one
up
device.
exporting, that's going to be great
Now
because
with Hyper Encode, this
it
is
does
where we
take a while
leverage
for
all
my
the
videos.
technology in the platform and automatically divide the encoding work between the CPU's integrated graphics and the discrete Intel GPU. This speeds up the encoding by 1.4x. Now let's take a look at a demo.
This is Davinci Resolve, which is a popular video editing program from Blackmagic Design. We're showing the export process.
I
where
mean,
an
I'm
edited
hoping to
video
switch
is
over
encoded
to
for
Davinci
sharing.
very
We
soon,
select
so that's going to be
Render
interesting.
All to start the export. On the top of the screen, you can see the frames that are currently being encoded. In the middle, we're using our free public tool, the Intel Graphics Performance Analyzer, to show our activity on both our integrated and discrete GPUs. And at the bottom, you can see the progress bar blown up from the Davinci Resolve.
Wait, so
UI.
are they using
As you can
both?
see, a traditional system would only utilize one of the devices during the encode process.
Okay, that's
In
cool.
contrast, on the right
So they're basically
side,
using
the
both
system has
integrated
Hyper
graphics
Encode active.
and
Also
the discrete
notice how quickly
GPU
the progress bar is
to
moving
render
on the
faster.
Hyper Encode side.
That
You
is
can
actually
see
pretty cool.
Both GPUs are active in encoding frames. By combining the power of our integrated and discrete GPUs, the Alchemist Hyper Encode system completes the encode 1.4x faster than a discrete GPU alone.
Yeah, she did just
Now,
say
of course, for many
1.4x
discrete
the
GPU users,
performance.
it's all about gaming. And to deliver the best
It's kind of disappointing
experiences
that
on
part
Arc,
wasn't
we partner with
a
major
live
game
demo.
developers to
That
optimize
could have been
for
a
Intel
really cool
devices.
live demo, but whatever.
As part of that work, I'm excited to announce an exclusive partnership with Kojima Productions and 505 Games. The director's cut of Death Stranding will be coming to PCs this spring. This is the definitive version of the game, with additional game modes, a new infiltration mission,
I really have to
and
try that
extra
game.
content.
Apparently it's like
We've been
boring
working with
but good
Kojima
at the
on
same time.
integration of many key
If that
Intel
makes sense,
technologies.
but-
For example, the game will deliver optimal core utilization on 12th Gen Intel Core processors and XeSS, our AI-based image upscaling technology for our GPUs. With the director's cut, gamers can explore a vast world of ultra settings and high performance enabled by XeSS. And we've seen rapid and eager adoption by the gaming ecosystem, with our initial titles including Hitman 3 and The
That's
Riftbreaker,
all
which will
well and
all
good.
benefit from the enhanced performance
But how
and
well
improved
is
visuals of
Alchemist going to
XeSS.
perform? to actually
We've
power
also been working
all of
with
that
10
technology.
leading studios on multiple engines and multiple
Because
titles.
if Alchemist doesn't
We're
perform
enabling a
well compared
broad
to
collection
other
of
cards in the
XeSS
market, then
games
no one's going to use it
throughout
anyway.
2022. Shipping Intel Arc to leading mobile OEMs and broad adoption of our new technologies like XeSS and Encode.
Okay, that's
marks an
Q1
important
for
milestone on our
OEM,
discrete graphics
right?
journey. So stay tuned. More excitement is ahead. Back to you, GB.
That's all the stuff for Intel Arc?
Thanks, Lisa. That's really exciting stuff. This is such a huge step forward on our XPU journey. We're delivering the computational horsepower our customers demand in whatever architecture or form best
all the
suits their
hype,
application.
all the excitement.
And you can
to
count
finally
on
see
Intel
the
to
announcement of
continue to
Intel
partner
Arc
closely
Alchemist.
with ISVs to
And
ensure
that's
their
it.
games and applications
They didn't even show
run
it.
best on Intel. And now for the final announcements of the show, I'd like to take everyone on a journey from the client to the edge to show you how Intel and Mobileye are going to drive us into the future.
Intel.
To share more, I'm happy to introduce Amnon Shashua.
Intel, you're killing me here. Ooh, I paused it. Sorry.
Thanks, GB. It's truly a great time to work on autonomous driving.
Okay, so
2021
let's get it
was
straight.
really a meaningful
In
and
the
record
Intel
year
Arc
for us.
announcement,
Our revenue
they
rose
didn't announce
40% year on year to $1.4
the actual
billion.
GPU.
We had 41
They
new
just-
design wins, which again is a record number for us.
And
Those
now they're
design
just going
wins were
on to
responsible
automation.
For 50 million new cars on the road going
Literally no one cares.
forward. This year, we also launched 188 new car models with our technology, with our chips. And we also had 4 industry first launches. One was with Honda, the first level 3 system launched in Japan, where we were responsible for the computer vision.
This guy sounds like he
The
just
first
really
8
wants to be
megapixel
there,
camera
right?
with a
He has such a
120-degree
rich
field
and
of
energetic
view
voice.
launched this year with the BMW. Volkswagen, we'll talk about this later. Travel Assist 2.5 with a cloud-based enhancement using our crowdsourced REM technology was launched this year. And our biggest effort in driving assist is supervision.
If you
11
actually
cameras
care
around the car, powered by 2 IQ5 chips.
Intel's
was
like
launched a month
car
ago,
automation
with the Zeekr. It's a brand
segment,
of
please let me
Geely.
know.
A few thousands of
I'd be
cars
actually
have been
curious to see how many people
shipped
actually
already.
care about this section.
And through a over-the-air update, more and more advanced features would be delivered to customers. Now, one of the reasons of our great success is Ford. And to help us learn more about our long-standing and now expanding relationship, I would like to welcome Jim Farley, Ford CEO.
Hello.
Jim, welcome to CES. I'm delighted you can join me on stage today, even
Unless
though
one
we
of
are
you
having
like
to meet
pull
virtually.
a Intel Arc card out of nowhere. Ooh. Presentation died. The stream is going. My stream's
your
going.
technology
That's back.
is incredible. Your vision sensing
I
technology
think it literally
is
just died on
fundamental in all of our
Intel's side.
ADAS
That's kind of
systems,
embarrassing.
especially your IQ sensing system. So congratulations on all your success.
Okay, who on earth is this guy from Ford?
Thank you,
And
Jim.
why
It's
on
truly a
earth
privilege
should I
to
care?
work with you guys. Our relationship goes back more than a decade together, bringing advanced technology to millions of cars globally. It's a relationship that we are
This
we are
presentation
expanding.
just
Can you
went
give us
from
some more color on what's
really,
what's
really
new?
good to
Well,
like
when we first got into
crash.
the
It literally
ADAS
just crashed into the
systems
side
and
of a
now into
mountain.
level 2,
Now there's two of
mapping
them.
technology was something that was
Okay.
a concern, and your
Sure, why not?
REM
Why
mapping
not?
technology in
Beautiful.
our future versions
Beautiful
of
Intel.
BlueCruise are really important for our hands-free driving solutions. There are a lot of applications where there's not concrete lanes, and it's really safety critical for us to have lane centering in those situations. Your technology is second to none.
Very important.
Great. We're very excited to deploy maps across the Ford family. You know, the maps add cloud-based enhancements that provide value to end users.
Really?
So, Jim,
That is
how will the
fascinating.
Ford Mobileye future look like?
Well, further out, I think Ford and
Please
Mobileye
have it
are
extending
working on a number of innovations.
I think they,
you know, this
I think they
has
said
been a
this
long
segment
relationship,
is like short,
and we trust each other.
but it's already like
But what I'm most excited about as a CEO
way too long.
is working on your open platform, on a whole new generation of autonomous technologies that are going to really change customers' lives, moving from safety to doing all sorts of new things inside the vehicle. And it's thanks to your technology.
That's right. Our new IQ6 High and IQ Ultra, which I'll talk about
If this doesn't end in
tomorrow
like the next few
during
minutes,
the
I'm
under
just
the
gonna
hood technical
leave
deep
it
dive
here
that I'll give
because
tomorrow.
I'm not an
Gives
expert on
Ford and the
automation, nor does
industry a
anyone even
platform for
care about
innovation
like
that's directly tied into the IQ functionality.
like what they do in cars. Literally no
Well,
one
the
cares.
progress is great. I love how the teams are working together. Amnon, it's been great to work with you specifically, and your team of technologists are really so broad.
Man.
I mean, we just couldn't offer the systems that we do.
The expectations were so high for
We're
Intel.
betting on Mobileye for our future.
They were so high.
Thank you, Jim, for joining us. It's
And
truly
then
a
they ruined
privilege
it.
to work with you and your team, and a great 2022 for all of us. Thank you. Back to you, GB.
Now I'd like to turn to another one of Mobileye's long-standing customers, Volkswagen. Volkswagen recently
Apparently
debuted
it's not back to the
state-of-the-art
studio.
driver assistance system called Travel Assist 2.5.
Steve
it is the
Rose
first
says
system to
stolen
widely
from
apply
Tesla.
Mobileye's unique RAM crowdsourced mapping technology. Production vehicles equipped with Mobileye technology are gathering road
That's one of those
segment
things
data
about
via
having a live
driving,
presentation.
assist,
Yes, there's a
systems.
few
Those are harvested,
issues
sent
here and
to the
there,
cloud.
graphical
Then in the cloud, we have
errors and
automatic,
whatnot.
map creation algorithms that
But
we have
hey,
been
at least it's
developing
live. At
over
least,
the
like, you know,
past, 5
it's
years.
not.
Those
All the
maps are
demos
sent
are
back
live,
to,
at least most
to
of them.
vehicles,
That one
and on board the vehicle,
Intel Arc
there's a
demo wasn't live,
localization,
which is kind of
process,
disappointing.
being done, where the car localizes itself
my
in
word.
the map, and all the map
How
data
much longer are they going
is
to talk about cars?
kind of
No
a
one,
cloud-based
no one cares
assistance
about.
to the driving assist. Of course, it's powering our AV technology, but in the context of what we'll be seeing right now, it's a cloud-based enhancement for driving assist.
It would also help if they got a guy who had any amount of excitement in his
Of
voice.
the board, Dr. Herbert Diess, and we went for a drive to see how it works. I would like to share with you some
And for
of our
some reason, now that we are in this, like, end segment of the presentation where they talk about cars,
because we need a good understanding.
we have like the most people watching this my live stream.
And,
It's interesting.
Great things with Volkswagen.
Maybe more people are interested in like the car segment
autonomous driving and driving assist,
and like autonomous driving from Internet Ford. Okay.
Lots of value to customers. It's really adding a very unique element, which is now cloud-based assistance. But here we're doing something together.
So if you do have any thoughts about any of this,
I think
please do let me know.
We started the first discussion. Yeah. And now we see it really in production. Lots of data about the world.
And
injected
of
to the
course, if
driving
you
assist. So
want to
even if you
definitely make
drive
sure
in
that
an
I
area
see
that you don't see
your
lane
thoughts
marks,
about any
the
of this,
cloud
and others
knows
see your
about it.
thoughts, then super
And,
chats
helps
everything. Of course, I have to
the
plug
lane
those.
centering. That's great.
They do have the channel, and everyone gets to see your fancy message. So
Here you can feel that it's RAM data because we're not in the middle of.
it is a nice looking car. I gotta give Volkswagen that.
Doing a natural pass now.
And it's continuously on.
It's continuously on. It's working really well.
You see road boundaries, but there are 2 lanes here, and you don't see a lane mark.
Yes. No, it's working well.
So I think the next step of now using RAM is to start using traffic lights. So today RAM is only the drivable path.
Yeah.
Is using traffic light information. Then we have data about road priority, who has priority over what.
I mean, it's so
Then
amazing
creates
that
a very,
like
very
cars
smooth
are getting so
control,
smart.
in areas where you have splits. And
It's getting to a point where like the biggest issue when it comes to like self-driving cars is going to be laws not keeping up. That's already one of the major issues. In a lot of places, you just can't really deploy a lot of this awesome tech because the laws don't allow for it. Because lawmakers aren't convinced it's ready. Maybe it isn't ready, who knows?
Motorcyclist and so forth.
I'm just a guy sitting in a room who is definitely not an expert on self-driving cars.
Sometimes it becomes difficult for the onboard processing to really understand in a fraction of a second what's going on there. And this is the second part of the AI, which you can do.
Oh my word, we have so many people watching now. This segment in particular is what we have.
And in cloud,
okay.
the beauty of the cloud is you have much more processing power For example, you know, in the
So,
ID4,
seeing how we have so many people watching, let me know what you
2.5
think of the
kilometers
entire
road
presentation so far.
in Europe.
Just
from scratch.
leave it in the chat, or
kilometers.
maybe even
Yeah.
drop a
So
super
we
chat
got all
once
this
again.
swarm
It does
data,
truly
takes
help the
us
channel a
a
lot.
week,
All that money
and
gets
there's no
reinvested
reason,
straight back into the
you know,
channel.
with the advancement of computing, that will not take us a day. And then later it'll take us, you know, half a day. So everything that happens in the world can then be updated and streamed to cars.
Are you happy with how we can work together now?
But I would like to say, in terms of our relationship, we have been doing things that are very,
What
very
happened to his
innovative.
finger?
For example, this swarm data, Mobiline Volkswagen.
You guys see that? His like entire finger's bandaged.
Talked about 2016. It's
That's
very, very
probably
innovative.
the most
I think
interesting
there's
part of this entire segment.
Lots more to do.
I fully agree.
Very good.
Okay.
The GTX does look good though.
So REM is truly a game changer. It's lean data, automated map creation in the cloud. Let me show you some of under the hood of what we just seen while I was driving with Herbert. You see here in this clip, as we are driving, we're going to take a right.
I wonder how
And
this kind of
this,
stuff
rural
would work on
road,
like
there are no
really
lane marks. Now the
old
two
roads
magenta lines are
where
the
lanes may not be fully
central
defined,
drivable
where like
paths. You
the
see there's
ends of the
one
road,
oncoming
or like
and
even just
one,
dirt roads.
the path that
How
we
on
are
earth would it
driving
work
through.
on stuff like that?
So
That
without
could be a
the
really
map
interesting
data, it would not have been
test for this
possible
kind of
to
technology.
do lane centering in this kind of road. Either the car would not be, either the technology would not be available, or the car would center itself in the middle of the road, not being aware that there is also an oncoming path. Another piece of under the hood, while we're driving there, you see that there are traffic lights. The REM map technology can associate traffic lights with drivable paths. This is a very important feature, not yet
could be cool.
available in the drive.
As long as it's, you know, reliable enough, so you don't
a very powerful customer
so you
function
don't, you know,
to
drive
prevent cars
on a
from
red
running
light or whatever.
light. It's not enough just to detect the red light. One needs to know the relevance.
Oh, and also, you know,
traffic
avrona
light
water
with
bottles
the
available on our
drivable,
merch store.
path, and this is
Shameless
also
plug.
provided by the map data. You can see here just a top view of one of the sections in that area, the richness of the data, the accuracy of the data. All of this is really a very, very strong amplification of what you can do both with driving assist and later with the autonomous driving. If we look at the coverage, we have 2.5 million kilometers of road covered.
Okay, so it's like using this additional data about like what lights where do what, so it's not just relying on the cameras of the car. That does make a lot more sense and makes it a lot
Today
more
we have about
trustworthy.
25 million kilometers of data every day, collected every day. So going forward to 2022, it's going to be around 10
Is it just to Europe though? Because he only shown a map of Europe.
Going forward for 2022.
If it is just to Europe, then
you know,
can I laugh at the Americans at this point? Because they always get all the cool stuff like that first.
Expand our footprint in terms of autonomous vehicle testing into many different territories. Right? We're testing in Israel, we're testing in Munich, Detroit.
I like how for
City,
every single
Tokyo,
country they give
Paris.
like the actual city, but
Paris is
then for
new.
Israel, just
I'll
to say
show,
Israel.
a bit
Just somewhere in
of,
Israel.
What we have. This is in Paris. Before I run the clip, this is a joint.
Probably because the map of that place
cooperation
changes
with
so often
RATP
that it
group.
could not even
It's
be as
the
Israel in
major
a
public
few weeks' time.
Operator in France. Galerie Lafayette employees can use the autonomous test car with a safety driver, of course, to go from the offices to their home. And the application, the top layer application, is powered by MoveIt, which is a company that we acquired about a year ago. So let me run this clip. It's a bit fast forwarded, but you can see the richness of the
That's a pretty good simulation.
situation.
Some of the assets are like clearly glitching out, but still.
Very difficult
looks
scene to drive in,
accurate enough for the purposes of self-drive.
And you can see the kind of testing we can do, you know, the smoothness of the drive. Here is another testing site in Tokyo. I'll run this clip. Again, you know, the richness of pedestrians, the roads are narrow, obstacles.
That is all pretty
pedestrian crossing zones.
Pretty impressive, actually.
And so forth. So you can see that our REM data provides us geographic
even really
scalability
busy areas, it
to
seems
allow
to
us
nail.
do testing really worldwide in a very efficient manner. Talking about driving assist, if we take the premium driving assist with map data to its fullest extreme,
I wanted to end the live stream when
supervision.
it got into this
The first
driving,
launches with the
self-driving segment, but like people are actually joining in the stream, so I kind of don't want to end it now.
A month and a half
So I just keep it
ago.
going. Just let me know what your thoughts on this entire.
Vehicles
Oops, sorry,
already
if knocked
delivered
something.
to customers. Our 11 surround cameras.
So let me know
8
so far what you think of this
megapixels, powered by
entire
two
self-driving
IQ5
section.
IQ5 chips. The ECU, the entire board, is designed and provided by Mobileye. And the kind of driving that you saw in the previous two clips is what this car would be able to do with over-the-air updates.
And I'm genuinely surprised how many people are sticking with me on this live stream for the
just to show you an example, this is in
self-driving section.
We're testing the vehicle with the kind of software that will be delivered in few months in China. And you can see the traffic lights taking turns. It's all.
I don't know if I trust
the same kind of performance that you saw.
If I would actually put myself in like a self-driving car like that, and just
will be able to
I don't know if I trust it to like brake before stopping at the lights, stuff like that.
The next few
months, I don't know. It would be stressful,
gradually bring the capabilities of this vehicle.
Maybe given a chance, I don't know. Maybe I'll get into one.
On pilot, point-to-point, hands-free driving, but as a level 2 system. Together with the Zeekr, we also announced.
It's cool. I'm really glad to see that self-driving is really getting that kind of push now.
It's going to be start of production early 2024.
Probably my first car is going to be like
powered by
self-driving or full self-driving. So
chips, an ECU that we also designed and will be ready for 2024 launch. Going back to our chips. Now, our IQ chips, we
still have so many people watching this live stream. How?
Past, 16
Why has
years.
everyone just started coming in now?
Announced,
for the automotive section.
100 million chips being delivered.
Fair enough.
Since 2004. IQs are very efficient. It's a combination of hardware and software. It's purpose-built. It's a very low power consumption, very high performance computing, and there are 100 million cars on the road powered by IQ chips.
Pretty
and
cool.
I'm happy to announce we have 3 new generations of next generation of IQ. In the under the hood session, I will provide more details. It's IQ6 and IQ Ultra. I'm showing here the crown jewel. IQ Ultra is an AV on chip.
It's some
it
pretty like
equivalent
powerful
to 10 IQ5s.
chips for what they do.
It's on a 5 nanometer process.
Like 256
There are 4
GPU gigaflops. That's not
accelerators
a lot
that
for compared to graphics cards, but like.
There are
But when that goes into a car,
cores in this,
that's just
chip,
insane.
Divided into two parts of 32, such that we can provide with a external MCU an ASIL-D system. There is a GPU and ISP for visualization. Power consumption is very light. It's way below 100 watts. It's 176 TOPS, and it's important to mention that TOPS is not. It's not everything is about TOPS. The fact that we have
it would really help this whole entire section. It is interesting to a degree.
Very efficient.
But if they just had someone with a more,
the clips that I've shown
exciting voice, someone who's like more upbeat,
2 IQ5s is
this whole thing would be way more bearable.
End-to-end, perception, driving policy, and control. IQ Ultra will have also 12 RISC-V cores, each is a 24 threads. So it's a very powerful chip. Will be able to provide the full electronics of an autonomous car in a 2025 timeframe, way below $1,000. Not the chip, the full electronics, the full ECU, and this is
$1,000 below $1,000 for all the electronics. That is
consumer AV.
They said by 2025, but that's still pretty impressive.
Milestone. So there are many more details to talk about, many more things to show. I'll do that tomorrow with the under the hood session, an hour-long under the hood session. So thank you, and back to you, GB.
Okay, finally, we're ending this section.
Thanks, Amnon.
Please tell me that's
Today
at
we
the end.
gave you just a glimpse
No,
of
that's
the
the end.
advancements
Right.
we're delivering from the client to the edge. And we'll
Man.
continue to harness the superpowers and drive this accelerated pace of innovation to deliver world-changing technology throughout 2022 and beyond.
This could have been
And now
such
for
a
the
good
final
presentation.
announcement
Ooh.
of the day, I'm excited to share that Intel will host our second Intel On event called Intel Vision on May 10th and 11th. Alongside our customers and partners, we'll showcase how companies
Still
are
nothing
leveraging
more
Intel
about
technology
Arc and,
to help solve some of the world's most pressing business
Codename
challenges.
Alchemist.
We can't wait to see you there. And with that, thank you, stay safe, and let's make 2022 a great one.
Thank you very much. Okay, thoughts. Where do I begin? The laptop stuff, pretty cool. A lot of the car stuff, pretty cool. If they had a guy who sounded at all excited about what he was talking about. The Intel Alchemist section, not only do they not show the actual GPU at all, even though it's apparently going to be shipping in OEM systems in Q1 of 2022, and guess what? We are already in Q1 of 2022. The demo of the Deep Link, I think it's called Deep Link system, was pre-recorded and not live like everything else. That was kind of disappointing. And yeah, all the new laptop CPUs are probably like the highlight. But let me know what you guys think. Send some live chats, send some super chats if you want. Once again, they do have the channel a lot. And yes, I'm gonna be constantly reminding you of super chats because they're great. They do really have the channel, and also because I don't live stream a lot. So when I do live stream, you know, it's cool to maybe it's a cool feature to use while I'm live streaming. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this, because this is probably the most like hyped Intel presentation in years at CES, because they had so many things going for them. Alder Lake just launched. That was great. We all love Alder Lake, but unless I missed it in the first few minutes, I highly doubt they would have announced it then. They didn't talk about any of the budget Alder Lake offerings. No 12300K or any 11100K. Sorry, 12100K. These names are getting really confusing. But yeah, the 12100, nothing about that. And even though budget Alder Lake offerings would most likely perform really well, but it's also good to see that Alder Lake is going to laptops very soon. The performance and efficiency core system in them is going to be amazing for laptops. But yeah, all in all, no, I didn't mean to. There we go. All in all, it was good. They had some good stuff. But I can't shake the feeling that they are trying so hard to promote Intel Arc without having much of a product to show. They didn't show any performance metrics as far as I can recall. They didn't show the card itself. They barely shown anything about this thing, and everyone's excited about. I don't get it. Which just makes me think it's not ready for prime time. So that could be kind of worrisome, seeing how it is supposed to be launching in Q1. But yeah, let me know what you think of all of this. Jack Brooksbank says, I never realized companies like Intel were involved in self-driving. More competition, the better to make it as standard sooner. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of surprised myself how much time they dedicate to it, because when you think of self-driving, Nvidia mainly springs to mind. It's like becoming a pretty big segment for them. But like, you know, seeing how cars are becoming computers on wheels, it does make sense that all these companies are chipping in. So, for example, AMD, they're providing all the they're providing the hardware for the entertainment system in the Teslas now. Intel's doing their thing clearly with people like Volkswagen and Ford. Nvidia is doing tons of things in that area. But yeah, I guess that's really it. So finally, 3 live streams in one day, and we're done. If there's any other CES events in the upcoming days you want me to do, let me know. Maybe I'll live stream them as well. Live streaming is one of those things that it takes so long to set up, and it's always kind of stressful, but then when I do it, I kind of enjoy it. So if there are any other CES presentations in the upcoming days you want me to do let me know. I'll happy to do more. And hopefully, if everything goes to plan, I'll be doing another live stream for sure next Tuesday, where I'll be doing some cable management. I promise it's going to be way more exciting than it sounds. I'll be showing you how to cable manage your VC, and I'll be showing off the recently released high-speed variants of the Be Quiet Lightwings fans. So they got just recently released. I got sent a review sample by Be Quiet, but I haven't done anything with them yet because I'm wanting to do the live stream. So that should be next Tuesday, so definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. But anyway, unless anyone has anything else to say, any more super chats to send or anything like that in chat, I guess that is really it for this live stream. So thank you everyone for joining me. Also, thank you Shadow and Captain, whoever else was like watching and monitoring, making sure everything was fine. Thank you guys so much. And that's about it. So if you enjoyed this live stream, then subscribe, like, whatever, and I see you all in whatever.